Today, I'm going to give you a walkthrough of a tool that my team at Foundation, marketers who have worked with some of the biggest and most ambitious brands in B2B, helping them scale their content marketing engines through things like YouTube and Reddit, so you can get a glimpse into the actual work that we do, but also into one of the tools that has been, in many ways, a secret weapon for us for the last few years. I'm talking about AirOps, but specifically, I'm talking about something that they recently rolled out called Quill. Let me show you what I mean. Before any of the smart stuff works, AirOps has to actually know your brand. That happens through something that is called the brand kit. And this is more important than it looks or probably even sounds. For this walkthrough, I'm inside of a Workday brand kit. I've created one based off of Workday because I didn't want to actually show and use one of the strategies that we're applying at Foundation, but by showing you Workday, an enterprise brand in this category of HR, of human resource management, etc., I thought we could go deeper into understanding how Quill could be used in a real enterprise situation. You can see from this that it knows the products, it knows the positioning, and it even knows the details that go into an ideal customer for Workday. So let's look at this contract management product line. It's got the full write-up of what the product does. It's got the positioning, the AI narrative angle. It's got the security certifications, all of it. And look, down here, this is the part that I actually care about the most. It's got the name of the competitors. DocuSign, ContractPod AI, never heard of them, Conga, Agaloft, Essasort, Ice Terrace, 7, and tons of them named right here in the kit. Now, it's important. This is my honest note, folks. Quality of everything that you do within AirOps actually depends on how good this kit is. Okay, now let's get into the fun part. So now I'm going to actually ask Quill a real question, the kind of thing that I would ask a strategist on my team. So in this situation, I'm going to ask, what would be a strong bottom of funnel strategy for Workday to execute to drive more organic traffic and better AI visibility? Now, when I ask this question, if you think about 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, this is something that an SEO, an agency would spend months, sometimes weeks, definitely days to come back to you with an answer. Watch how Quill works. So what you can see here is that Quill is thinking. It's understanding and doing the research behind the scenes, taking my brand kit, taking the prompts that have been uploaded directly into the AEO function, and it's starting that journey of understanding what is the answer to this question. And here's the key. It doesn't just spit out generic advice. It goes and it pulls 6 key actions. It's not just coming up with concepts, folks. It's reading the topics, it's reading the AEO citations domains, and it's reading the actual page inventory on the Workday site, and it's reading the brand kit. It does all of this, right? It's doing the homework in advance before it opens its mouth. Wouldn't it be great if everyone did that, especially on LinkedIn? That's the difference, folks, between a chatbot experience and having a captain supporting you. And here's what comes back. No fluff, just specifics, right? So number one, we have a competitive comparison page. It flat out tells me that there are 7 named competitors and 0 visibility for Workday versus X pages that are live. That's the highest intent, most citable asset there is, because from an AI lens on comparison content, like that is money content. From an LLM perspective, they use this content regularly to help with those questions where someone is saying, should I use Workday or should I use an alternative, right? AI leans on comparison content very hard when it comes to questions and queries like, which tool is the best, right? It even tells me how to structure these pages, comparison tables up top, not buried, clear point of view and difference. It even has an ICP callout so the page self-selects the buyer. This is the type of insight that every marketer wishes they've had for their entire career. Number 2, it's saying that best of and buyer guides pages per product line are something that we should invest in. Lead with a direct, quotable answer in the hundreds of words because that's the format AI overviews and Perplexity are going to lift word for word. All right, now watch this next one because this is where it goes to be, in my opinion, kind of scary specific, right? When I look at the adaptive planning findings, 0 citation definitional prompts, right? IBM Tech Target Glossary, right? Let's dive into this. On another Workday product line, it is telling me that there are 0 citation prompts skewed definitional. Things like what is related content, right? How does cloud financial software improve budgeting? And it's told me that my competitors, IBM, and my content competitor, Tech Target, are absolutely crushing it in terms of AI visibility at the top of the funnel. However, if you're striving for brand domination, then it makes sense to own the citations here as well. And what's beauty about Quill is it told me exactly why Workday is losing them. 35 product pages exist, and every single one of them is built as just pure marketing content. It's not built as definitional content. So AI wants neutral definition first content, and that is something that Workday doesn't have. Workday has more sales oriented copy on its website, while LLMs want you to provide that neutral story that it is able to view as something worth citing. All right, then we have the listicle gap. And I know some of you are already triggered because you hate listicles. Just remember, BuzzFeed built an entire business off of listicles, and I know BuzzFeed is where it's at right now, but that's not my point. My point is humans like lists. We all like lists. If you went to a doctor and they didn't use a list, you would probably not be with us today. We have to be okay with a few lists. But the reality is, if you can do them better than your competition, if you can do them in a way that actually adds value to the internet, everybody wins. Best cloud financial software queries are getting answered by brands like Forbes, NerdWallet, Software Connect. And then it names them because those are the outreach targets. Those become your outreach targets to say, hey, Forbes, can we get included in this list? NerdWallet, can we get included in this list? Like, what does it take for us to be a part of this conversation, right? I want you to remember, though, folks, this was a single question. This is Quill, a tool built into AirOps, which leads to the next part, going from data to action that drives pipeline. Let's build this thing. Here's where a lot of tools would actually just stop. Most tools can't build it. A lot of AI visibility tools will give you the data and that's it. That's the wrap, right? Quill does the opposite. It slows down and it starts to ask me some really smart questions. First, it's always honest with its guardrails. It tells me, hey, Ross, there's actually 2 campaign types that we can work. We can go page creation, which finds prompt level visibility gaps and then maps them out to net new pages. And then there's a page refresh, which is going to find existing pages on your site and optimize them so you don't lose ground. And it points out my plan actually spans both. So it's kind of recommending that I do both of them, right? It's telling me instead of muddying it up and just doing one, why don't we do 2? Quill has the strategic insight and understanding that, hey, you don't want to just create a bunch of net new pages. You should probably optimize some of the things that already do exist. That's strategist level thinking. I like it. So it walks me through the 3 decisions and it says, like, do we want to start with page creation, page refresh, or both? And now, when I first did this, what I found to be interesting is I didn't actually have AEO turned on. So if you're on AirOps, you might not have it turned on. Reach out to your rep to try to ensure that you have it set up and that it's using. And it straight up tells me this. It's like, Ross, you want us to do this thing that we can't actually do. Like, how in the world am I going to be able to do it? So I actually told it that AEO was on and it wasn't. And it was like, no, it's not. I checked again. And then eventually I was like, right, I need to actually go and do this thing. So I went in, I turned on AEO, and now I have the ability to pull massive insights, right? So it goes out and it actually starts to plan using the data from AEO around citations, around AI visibility for Workday, and it provides me with the data that it can then use to execute an AEO campaign. Let me show you how it ships it. So most tools never cross this line, and that line is going from all of this interesting data around LLM visibility and turning it into actual content. That's where AirOps differentiates. And that's one of the key things that I like about Quill, because it's not just like a strategist who tells you ideas, it will help guide you to execution. So I want you to look at how this is laid out because I love the simplicity of the grid. You are able to quickly see where your briefs are. You can see the analysis that's going to go into the article. You can see the article. You can see where you click a button to run a workflow, to add links. You click another to add external links. And it's all so simple. And when it drafts it, it's not writing it in generic AI voices. It's pulling the content directly from your brand kit, the positioning, the tone, the proof points. So the comparison pages that it might create, the definitional related content, it sounds like Workday. It sounds like your brand. And then it will actually use the things that make Workday different instead of just mushing together a bunch of ideas that make absolutely no sense. Now, here's my honest take. This right here is the muscle within Quill. The ability to take data from AI citations, from understanding the queries that you go after, the SERP, bottom of funnel content, top of funnel content. It has the nuances and it does the analysis for you. Then it says, go do these things. But instead of you then sending that off to your team and saying, can you go do this? You can actually create the draft. You can create the draft for the entire campaigns, the blog posts, the landing pages, the comparison pages, the listicles. All of these things can be done directly in Quill and AirOps. So when that happens, you're now closer to pressing publish. And some people will press publish. They'll hit publish right away. But what the smart marketers are going to do is recognize that even though inside of AirOps, it has been training itself to better understand what sounds like AI to ensure that you don't sound like you're pressing publish on AI slop, and it's getting you to pretty good, there's always that necessity, in my opinion, to have fingers on keyboards doing that final touch to make it more human and more along lines of your brand. But that said, going from a citation gap to 80% done with on-brand pages all in one sitting, this used to take teams weeks, and that's now happening in hours. If you're interested in learning more about AI visibility tools, then be sure to hit that follow button and subscribe to my channel, my content, my podcast, Ross Simmons Show, where I'll be diving in deeper into things exactly like this. I'm Ross Simmons. Go build something citable and go create content that shapes culture. See you on the internet.